Hey, Jimmy, obviously offensively, you guys put up enough points and you were efficient enough probably to win the game. But defensively, what were some of the issues you saw that maybe, were the issues tonight that you guys were doing well the past few games when the defense was trending in the right direction?
We weren't protecting the paint, weren't rotating, weren't running them off the line to make them miss. They were just comfortable all game. Um, that's basically the game.
Next, we have Ira Winderman.
Jimmy, the way you guys play defense, it's hard. It requires a lot of efforts. It requires the second and third efforts. When you look around tonight, even at times when you were doing that and then there was a breakdown, is this team getting away from as in lockstep as it was last year in the bubble when it seemed you were so much crisper on that end of the court?
I think we just have mental lapses, which isn't a good thing. Not letting anybody off the hook. But it's all about playing to the end of the possession. Then whenever the shot does go up, you can touch. You got to get the rebound. I don't think we did a great job of rebounding tonight either. We just got to get back to that. I don't think it's too difficult, but it's the will to want to do it.
And then I know in this league, you always say every team has good players, even when good players are out. Obviously, Marcus Morris is very good today. Lou Williams for decades now, seemingly. But still, Jimmy, when you get a chance to go against the Clippers without Kawhi, without Paul George, without Patrick Beverley, without Nicholas Batum, is there a feeling that this is one that really got away just because of the situation you found yourselves in?
I mean, they wanted it more than we did with or without those really good players that you just named. You got to give credit to those guys, man. They got whatever they wanted on the offensive end. We're in the right spots on defense, rebounding the basketball. It's a tough one. I'm not going to say we let one get away. We didn't deserve to win.
And then my last question is, you're sort of in a place now where one step forward and two steps back really doesn't sort of cut it. I mean, how sort of frustrating is that you show with the 4-game winning streak at other moments what you can be, and then there's slippage again? Thank you, Jimmy.
That's just part of the game. It's just who we are right now. It's not a good thing. No excuses. We got to fix it, man. We're very capable. We're still a very, very, very good team. We just don't play as it sometimes. We don't look it sometimes. And then at times, I don't think we believe it.
Hey, Bam. It looked like offensively you guys did more than enough to do what you needed, 70 points in the paint, only 8 turnovers. So take us to the defense. What went wrong there that they wound up getting not only the 125 and shooting what they did, but especially getting what they wanted late in the game?
Not enough multiple efforts. I said that last time. Not enough multiple efforts. Not enough communication. Got to take pride in defense. I feel like defense wins games, for the most part. When you're shooting bad, I feel like if we would have played Miami Heat culture defense, we would have won 48 minutes.
Bam, that defense requires almost perfection from guys when it comes from the switches and other guys, picking up other guys. Has it gotten to a point where this roster where that's almost becoming maybe problematic for you guys to do it against the teams when they're playing in lockstep like the Clippers were tonight?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, it works for us, but we just got to get more communication on the backside.
Well, I was going to ask you, so what's it like then when you make your rotation and you see Zubac sort of just winding up over there? What's the thought in that moment? Thank you.
Like when he's in the paint or like?
Yeah, in other words, when you're switching off of him and to see the rotations not be fully complete in those situations. I mean, is that just a matter of just do it better, do it faster, or is it a matter of the way the other team's executing?
That's a matter of us. That's a matter of us communicating, triple switching and figuring it out. I feel like we didn't do enough of that. We didn't do enough multiple efforts to get that win.
Thank you.
Next, we have Anthony Chang.
Hey, Bam, over the past few games, a lot of talk has been about the offense and just kind of trying to find solutions on that end. Did you like what you saw on the offensive end, and what did you think about the shots you were getting, especially with the 70 paint points you guys scored tonight?
we put enough on the board to get that win. We just didn't get any stops. You know, the offense gonna take care of itself. We just got to get stops. That's what it boils down to.
How do you explain it? Defensive performance like tonight? You know, it had been trending obviously in the right direction the past few games. You know, you're playing a shorthanded team. Like, I guess how do you explain this blip tonight on that end?
Get stops. There's nothing else to explain. We didn't get enough stops. We didn't do enough multiple efforts.
Tyler, you guys had the kind of offensive performance that on most nights, and probably even on this night, would have been plenty to carry you, even with what just you, Bam, and Jimmy did. So talk a little bit about defensively and the rotations. And there were just so many points it seemed like you guys put in the first or second initial effort, and then all of a sudden they still found a way. What's happening on the defense? Is it communication? Is it systemic? What's sort of breaking down, as Coach said before, at those moments of truth?
I think I know it's just us needing to play harder and, like you said, giving more effort. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, those first initial efforts aren't enough, especially against teams like the Clippers, even though they're shorthanded, against these well-coached teams and, you know, good enough teams that move the ball. You know, you really have to make X amount of efforts. You know, you never know how many efforts it's going to take, but you got to be able to make, you know, more than 1, 2, 3 efforts.
And this is not to be disrespectful to their other players, because certainly with the way Marcus Morris played tonight and Lou Williams and their other guys, but when you get a chance to get a team without Kawhi Leonard, without Paul George, without Patrick Beverley, without Nicholas Batum, is there a feeling in the locker room you've got to seize upon those moments?
Yeah, I feel like it should. I mean, there's no excuse for why we lost tonight. I think we should have won. I think, you know, just giving more effort and being able to go out there and fight for each other.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we have Anthony Chang.
Hey, Tyler. The past few days, the talk has been about the offense and trying to find solutions on that end. And I know the defense has been trending in the right direction. And the offense played well tonight, but, you know, there were some defensive issues. What's the challenge been like to kind of find that complete performance on both ends and putting that together consistently for this team?
It's been a challenge. I think, you know, you guys see it from game to game. It's the offense or it's the defense. I mean, so we're just still working to be able to really put, you know, a full 48 minutes with both ends and really put it together. But we got to figure it out.